好，拜拜。
我就不愿意去了，因为
Hi there, sorry for my psychopathic intro. Today is gonna be our last in China. Next day we depart to Tokyo. I'm meeting up with a friend. We used to work together. She works in this building and she managed to snag me over her lunch break. This is one of the 3 districts in Beijing that host some of the top money companies, including World Bank. They have some of the best views and facilities upstairs. Usually people in this building are like elite white collars, rich enough to afford like having lunch inside. Let's say the food outside is like $20, the same thing inside would be like 60. I mean, of course the brands are different, but like the same dish, you know what I mean? I was determined to cover the most Beijing food, so today I chose Peking duck. It's not a go-to restaurant when you want to have that dish, but they've done a pretty decent job. 12点定位2个人，叫他可能进来了。
稍等。
稍等位置。
里边请。
他说是给我们定了个靠窗的位置。
对，里边靠窗中间的。
好。
我就不愿意去了，因为觉得没意思。
因为原来是一种 illegal 的事情，就是 under 21，现在就觉得那有什么必要？反正我都已经。
For the next 30 minutes, Emma have only talked about job and work. I am that boring, people.
会加分的。但如果不是高盛的话，比如说其他的区别就没那么大。
哈哈哈。 She was showing off her Huawei phone camera. These photos are unmodified. I've never looked this good in any photo taken by phone.
好，拜拜，拜拜。
When my age was still single digit, I came here every week. When you're little, everything looked humongous. I went to the American Dream a couple months ago in New Jersey that was just finished. Everything looked staggeringly similar. Shouldn't you be a little more cutting edge and everything? Come on, United States. Yep, some stuff I can never afford. I'm at a bank now because I need to get some cash. The most obnoxious thing about traveling in Japan is that they do not take card. Even some restaurant that costs like $600 per person, they will want you to pay the entire thing in freaking cash. Each time I visit Beijing, everything is completely new. It used to be just a number spitting machine in the front, and that is operated by a staff member. So now I think of it, it's kind of funny. If there's gonna be someone working there anyways, like why would you need a machine? You just have someone write me a piece of paper. Now this multi-function machine can do everything, including like open a bank account for you.
懒龙现在有肉龙现在有什么味肉的？是按指什么卖？
Basket and the comforter on top is usually how people sell steamed food in China. In ancient times, they strap it on a wooden cart. More recent times, probably 5 years ago, they would put that on the back of a bicycle, roll it to the street. That cloth on the top is really to keep it warm. But these days, especially in Beijing, they try to keep everything sanitary. So I guess the city government really makes sure that no unlicensed people are allowed to sell food. Even some smaller shops have disappeared. I mean, I feel like even this chain store started popping up after that regulation was put in place. The most popular kind of street food in China, roast sweet potato are usually strapped on a back of bicycle on top of a steel drum. They put chocolates inside and use a Chinese scale to weight. They are sold by weight. The cashless transformation mainly happened in 2016. Just like overnight, everybody was using their phone to pay. I visited Beijing and every store got their QR code in the front. Nobody was pulling out any cash. At the time, I really hated it. I was like, can you just get off phone for like 5 seconds when you're paying somebody? I just want to show you one last time on WeChat Pay because this is going to be our last day in China. So this is like only 50 cents. I don't want to touch the dirty money and they don't want to touch it either. So that would be, I'm using like a WeChat Pay right now. These days, if you try to use like cash in China, they will give you attitude. They will be like, Oh, like $2? I haven't seen that in years. They will still take your money though, don't get me wrong. The last thing Chinese will have a problem with is money. Roast beef potato is really popular amongst June. They just spend their pocket money on these sort of food trucks and they kind of get targeted. I'm trying to get a satisfying strip instead of like chips. I'm at the chain store for zhajiangmian, a Beijing noodle dish. It is the origin for Korean zhajiangmian, but the Beijing one is more hardy on the making of the noodles and also the sauce. It reminds me of something. Just like in the US, restaurants in Beijing usually don't hire waiters from Beijing unless it's a really OG Beijing restaurant that they want that authentic experience. They will hire locally, but those servers, they usually give you an attitude. This location itself, I have to be quite honest, is not impressive. The noodle tastes like store-bought. Like if you're not even hand making your noodle, how dare you to call yourself a noodle restaurant? I did try like one of their location in a more touristy spot, and that one was fine. So this is one of my regrets in Beijing this time is that I did not taste the most authentic zhajiangmian. Yeah, that pretty much concludes our time in Beijing. I do feel kind of sorry that I did not end up going to the more touristy spot. I just gotten lazy. Next day we'll depart to Japan and the first stop will be Tokyo.